Right, today we will continue working on the GS again. Before we get into that, we've got to clean the garage because it's a mess. There's no way you can humanly possibly work in something like this, so let's get started with the cleanup and then get the GS right in front of the garage, start working on it. There's so much room for activities, even though it's a small garage, but you know, it's just the environment changes the place so much. Instead of coming here and just dreading the cleaning part and everything, so now we can finally start working on the GS again and I'll try to finish everything I wanted to do today, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll get it all done. Now, before we get into the actual stuff, I thought we might as well start fixing some of the things with the body kit. First thing we're gonna do is put the headlight washers back, because as much as I like the look of the kit with no washers on it, I do think that they're what makes the GS platform what it is. Yeah, we'll crack on with those first and then adjust the front bumper here and there, because I know there's a small part that's gaping up a little bit. So we'll try to fix this, push it in more, because this gap is not really up to my taste. Just make the hole a little bit bigger, push it in, call it a day. We'll crack on with those first and then get into the actual fun stuff. Before you ask me, this will all go in the bin. This will go in the bin as well. I'm just keeping this front bumper to take templates from these washer holes first. But yeah, I can't wait to get rid of all of this junk. Apart from this is good. Not gonna get rid of that. But everything else, bin. So we'll get started with this first. Well, if we're lucky, we might even have to take the bumper off. So let's see. This is the hole I'm trying to push in. So I'm assuming if I take this off, take that off and maybe just pull it towards me, make the hole a little bigger, push it in, and then just call it there with the bumper. Bingo. Now, if I remember correctly, to take the headlights off, I think the actual bumper needs to come off, so yeah, we'll definitely have to take it off, but it shouldn't be too bad, so. Pretty much it looks exactly the same. That's as good as I can get it, really. I think it's touching somewhere around there, I think. So yeah, it's as good as it's gonna get. I made the hole bigger, pushed in as much as I could, tightened it as much as possible, even though I have a feeling driving it with vibrations is just gonna back out, but it's as good as it's gonna get. It's not dreadful, because we've got better things to focus on, really, but it's part of the game, isn't it? It's rep kit. It is what it is. Well, now that we've fixed one of the issues with the bumper, we have to take it off. So that needs to come off. Another screw needs to come off. Same on the other side. And then let's see how easy it is to get these boys off. Well, this should hopefully be the last screw we need to take off before the bumper comes off. Alright. Let's see. Good. There it is. Right, now to see how the headlights are bolted on. Right, so after taking a close look to the headlights, as far as I can see, there's this bolt here, this bolt up here, and then another bolt. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. This bolt over here. So I'm hoping it's just 3 bolts. Should be an easy job. Oh boy, these are pretty stuck. Let's see if I've got some WD-40 in the garage. That should do it. Cool, let's give it a go now. That was the wrong one. Was it? Is it? Oh, it is the wrong one, yeah. I almost took off my freaking AC installation off. Right, and last but not least, oh, this one's really easy. Right, so if everything went to plan, this should come off. So let's see. Right, so it's off. It's just hanging on for dear life. With this, which I don't think it's supposed to be zip tied, and the wire. So I'll take these plugs off and see if it comes off then. Well, that was a pain in the ass. whoever designed this should get fired. It was the biggest pain to get this out over there, the washer line thing, but took it off in the end. So let's get the new headlights out and see if they work. However, I just remembered it might be a pain in the ass. I imported these from Japan and one of them came cracked, and I don't remember which one. So I started off with the passenger side. So hopefully the passenger side headlight is not the cracked one, because if it is, we did all of that work for nothing pretty much. Right, let's see how the goodies are looking. Old, that is. They're looking pretty old. But before I show you the headlights, it seems I forgot I bought some pieces of crap headlights from Japan, and I had the impression they were newish condition. They're not any better than the old ones. So it's test fit only. It works to an extent. That beam works, side lights work, the angel lights work. However, my high beam does not work, and this is indeed the one that's cracked as well. But yeah, as you can see, they're a bit messed up. I don't know if they will polish out, if it buff out, but they do look cool, I've got to admit. Let's see if I can. I mean, closing this will not really do anything, but that's how they look. So I'm gonna have to wire the high beams to work, because they've got these, instead of a plug, they've got these connections that need to be wired up to the high beam. But yeah, it's a bit of a bittersweet situation, because they look cool compared to the old ones. It's just, for some reason, I had the impression they were almost like a new condition, but it turns out they're not. So it is what it is. It's Japan stuff. It's pretty rare. You can't really find it anywhere. So I guess it will do for now. So hopefully it will buff out. If it buffs out and it looks decent, if it looks newish, then it should really look pretty cool. But yeah, tough life of Japan parts, isn't it? Right, so I've done the wiring, which was really stressful, because I'm a complete noob when it comes to wiring. I've got no idea what the hell I'm doing, and I managed to make them work. So they need a polish real bad, because they honestly don't look, the lenses don't look any better than the old ones. But the angel eyes work. I've managed to make the high beam work, angel eyes work. It's a nice design. I mean, some people were saying they're not really fans of angel eyes, because they just look like a BMW, but what can you do? £60 headlights from Japan. Eagle Eyes, it's a good brand, but I'm proud of myself. It's the first, I mean, I will show you, you will judge me. That's the wiring I've done, so I had to cut these off and install this type of connector on those wires, and then just push them in the connector for the high beams to work. But I was expecting to have to rely on my friends that know a lot more than me to help me install them. So for me to do this on my own, it's a pretty big achievement, even though it's a really crap one, but you can only go up. So yeah, let's crack on with that one as well now and complete the look. I see this is becoming a trend now. These bolts are so rusted, they just snap off. It is not fun, because I needed to use those nuts, but let's see if I can salvage this one and this one, because I did spray them with WD-40, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. Alright, so I've fully fitted the headlight. I've put all the washer fluid stuff on it. Everything seemed to go well. However, I just put the stock bump on just to see how the headlight washer will line up, and it doesn't really line up well. I already put the sprayers on, and it rests too high up. So I'm gonna have to find a way to mount it so that it comes a bit lower. Because if you look at this side, compare it to this side, it comes just a tad bit lower than the other side. So yeah, I'll have to play around with the washer sprayer pipe and see if I can align it properly. Because yeah, that's not good. But from this side, it fits alright. When you come from the other side, well, it doesn't. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna have to do. It's definitely because of the new headlights, because the washer unit comes like bolts up like from under the headlight. So it's definitely because of the new LED lights. So I'm leaning towards just scrapping the idea of keeping the washer. Call it a day, which will be a big L. I don't see what else I can do. There's nothing I can do. So yeah, I mean, I'll play around with it a bit more, but if I don't manage to make it fit nicely, then I'll just give up, because it doesn't line up at all. This side does. It's just this side that's being a prick. So yeah, I had a quick look online. I looked at some pictures, and I think I'm pretty much, I can say I'm convinced that I'm not gonna put the washers on anymore, because they're a pain in the butt. Can't really get them to work, and I'm starting to think this one might be a problem because it sticks out a little bit too much, and it's gonna hit the bumper over there. Whereas this one sticks out, but not as much as the other one. Yeah. I mean, these headlights, they're a bit funky. They're a bit weird. It's probably because of the way they've been sat in storage. It's just the seals, like it's supposed to be pushed back a little bit. Like here, it's not great. Bittersweet moment were these. They're wet because I gave the washers a go, and to see maybe if I do one spray, it'll come out, and then when it retracts, it'll go back into like its proper location. But didn't do that. Silly of me to think it would, but gave it a go. So I guess the only thing left to do is do the other headlight, and then I've got a surprise that will have to go on the car, which to my knowledge is supposed to be a pretty rare part, like a genuine TRD part. So we'll see if I score the gold mine or not. Again, from Japan, like usual. So yeah, I'll crack on with the headlight and then see the magic come. Okay, all fitted, all installed. The bodge wiring's done, both sides. So now it's just putting the front bumper back, and then getting on with the nice TRD bit. These headlights are pretty much a big pain in the butt. All the seals, it's like they were made for a different car. All the seals, you're just pushing the bumper outwards. They're not doing the right thing. You can see it doesn't line up at all. Big gap there. The seals outwards when it should be pushed in. And same story here. It's a gap over here. Small gap here. I don't get why. I don't get, maybe it's because they've been sat in storage for so long and they're out of shape, or no idea what's wrong. I mean, let's take a look with the bonnet closed. They fit, but they don't at the same time, especially here. That's no good look at all. That's really annoying, actually. Yeah, it's like this headlight is just upwards too much. Like even here, it's like it's coming out. So I have to find a way to fix that, and it's just in the back of my head is annoying. I've been looking forward to installing these headlights, and especially the passenger one, so it doesn't even fit. You've got to love working on cars, isn't it? They are a good look, but they'll be even better if they would fit properly. I mean, I've got a feeling part of the misalignment is because of the washer unit underneath the headlights. So let's take that off. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Let's take this off and see if it does anything. A bunch of pain, blood and tears later, and 1,000 zip ties. That's the finished result. So I'm gonna have to live with this bumper gap. However, this fits a lot better now. So I got rid of the washer unit that was underneath the headlight, and that got rid of the gaps. But on this side as well, I did manage to make it fit better. It's probably the best side. So I had to both push the bumper in and bring the headlight out with the zip ties over here. And I mean, so far so good. Let's see with the bonnet closed. So it for sure lines up much better. Even on this was the really bad side. Still, this headlight is a bit to the side, but it fits much better than before. No gaps, no nothing. So I'm pretty happy with that. Cool. So now it's finally time to get the surprise rare TRD part and install it and see what it looks like and see if it makes a difference. Well, judging that the hood is open, the bonnet is open, and it's a TRD part, and it's in this box over here. Any guesses what it is before I show you? I mean, it does. I pretty much gave it away, but ta-da! It's a freaking TRD strap brace, which, again, as far as I know, they're pretty goddamn rare. So should look cool on the car. This one has been chrome plated in Japan. There's no TRD plate on it like the TRD writing. It was taken off, but it's yeah, well, I mean, let's take it out of the box. There it is. So yeah, before I scratch my brand new headlights, this is a TRD strap brace, which I'm not sure if it's going to do much of a difference, but I'm hoping it's going to clear the intake plenum and the throttle body and all that stuff. But it should look around the car, you know. Chrome on chrome. Hopefully I'm going to get more chrome goodies on the car, so it should feel alright. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the strap bolts from the coilovers and then fit the strap braces and see how it fits. Right, all the strap bolts are off, so moment of truth, let's see if it fits. Alright, that fit. What's up now? Why do you not fit? Alright, sad little update. This is not going to fit as it is now because the struts are too far in. So I'm gonna have to lift the car up. However, I can't really lift the car up because I'm using one of those basic ass jacks, and it doesn't fit underneath the car, so I'm gonna have to rely on one of my friends' jack to lift the car up and play around with these, because they're both on this side and that side, they're pushed inwards too much. So we're talking about millimeters here, so it's almost there. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go use one of my friends' jack. You'll finally get to meet David. He's one of my good friends. He's the one that's going to be painting my body kit. I'm going to polish my headlights of his, and hopefully I'll be using his jack to lift my car up and fit the strap brace. So yeah, hopefully you'll get to meet him and see his really cool LS430. It's a bagged build, so I'm sure you guys will love to see it. So yeah, the TRD brace will have to be on pause, sadly. I was really excited to put it on today, but at least payday soon. So I can't wait to go and get an exhaust for it. Install the decal manifold, because the car just doesn't go above 80 miles an hour. It's that slow. It's lacking a lot of power because the cats are clogged. So yeah, can't wait to get an exhaust done. Straight pipe, big back box, and then on to painting the kit, polishing the headlights, installing the strap brace, and yeah, it's not gonna run on hopes and dreams anymore, which is good. Well, that's the end for today, guys. Had to stop the work abruptly because, you know, the strap brace decided not to fit, but it is what it is, part of the game. What can I do? Nothing. Yeah, it's pretty much all I've got to do left with the car, apart from the number plate situation. I've lost the plate holder, so I'm gonna, as soon as I find it, I will install it. But yeah, apart from that, it is fiberglass work, paint, polishing the headlights, and the exhaust. So I'm pretty sure the next video you're gonna see is the exhaust getting done. So it should be a really fun day out, I suppose. I'm going to a place called Race House, all the way in London. That's pretty much it for now. So yeah, cheers for tuning in. Leave a like, comment what you think about the body kit, what you think about my wiring job, because I know it's as bad as it gets. But yeah, like, comment, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, again, cheers for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and peace. Well, after a bunch of blood, tears, after a bunch of pain,